I'm Tricia Hayes. I'm the Director General for Crime, Policing and Fire in the Home Office. I've been doing that since February. I joined the Home Office just as the COVID crisis was about to kick off. And I think when I went to the Home Office, I thought that I was going to be there to deal with some really big and complex long-term questions around tackling the drivers of crime, understanding how you design a criminal justice system which is effective, how you stop reoffending, how you might restructure policing to improve performance. But actually, truthfully, I've spent most of the last 6 months designing and implementing some of the regulations that have been managing the COVID crisis. So all the way through from the complete lockdown in March through the rule of six, and now the tiering model that's being created to manage the next stages in the epidemic. In my long-term role as Director General for Crime and Policing, it's pretty clear to me that I'm not going to manage to be effective without really strong partnership with academia. And I've already tried to build in to the work that we're doing some of the clear orientations that I got from some of the early work with academics back in my first few weeks. Some really good, rigorous challenges around being in trying to tackle crime, being really clear about how I am, what theory of change am I bringing to my work on crime prevention and crime reduction? Do I really understand the difference between a kind of a fact-based analysis of the characteristics of crimes, so description of crimes and causes of crimes? Because I think in government we talk a lot about drivers of crime, but actually working with academics, one of the richest conversations has been to unpick the drivers of crime into something which is more cause-based. So not just kind of contextual factors, but what is actually making the crime take place. I mean, that's been very important. I think more recently on the COVID work, and let's face it, I mean, government's COVID work, the role of experts and the role of academics and how we're bringing knowledge into COVID work has been such a hot topic. For me, the question where I've called on experts and academics the most has been trying to inform the development of strategies on compliance and enforcement with some kind of sense of the behavioural science. So what is not just reaching for an enforcement tool because I've got one, but really thinking through what do we know about how people's behaviour in that space is influenced. What can we learn about from interventions in other domains? That's been really grounding and super helpful. Got just immense value out of being part of CSaP and being part of the CSaP community. And I think I would, there are three ways in which I would say my reflection that I got value. First, and probably easiest, CSaP convened an amazing group of policymakers from across government and an amazing group of academics from many, many different disciplines. And just that, slightly selfishly, nobody else was bringing that kind of group together and giving us a chance to share our perspectives. And that was amazing. Second, by being involved in CSaP, I have managed to kick off a couple of very practical collaborations with individual academics. So in the Department for Transport, there is joint work going on with Addenbrooke's around trials of interventions to make travel more physically active. That's a massive hot topic right now. We've also been working very closely with the Department of Engineering on alternative models for decarbonised HGVs. So looking at models around the world of ways in which you can make lorries electric. And that's very important and very groundbreaking work. And I think it's through CSaP that I made the connections that have kicked off that collaboration, which is still running right now.